sepa, que tú sepa, Omega Bully Supremo's here today, man. Let me tell you, I'm really excited because I'm a big hip-hop fan. And over the course of the last several weeks, man, let me tell you, while I work, I've needed to tune into something, right? So I've tuned into this channel called FullBlast Radio. And I've actually partaken in communications with the people that are on this particular channel, right? And I met somebody that was really, really cool and awesome in this. This person is a big fan of hip-hop, of course, being on FullBlast Radio, but also a huge fan of comic books. And what this person has done is created a YouTube channel that's basically about hip-hop and comics called The 6 Elements of Hip-Hop. I am proud, very happy to introduce the host behind this amazing show, the one and only Reno Noir. Woo, baby, what's up?
Wow, what an introduction. Salute. How you doing?
Salute, my brother. How you doing, man? Thanks for joining me today, man, to talk some hip-hop, some comics, and what you're doing with the incredible channel that is The 6 Element of Hip-Hop.
Absolutely.
So a little bit origin story, Reno, man, because I've seen you before on the channel talking it up, man. I've seen your show too. Folks, if y'all don't know, Reno is on Full Blast, and he does a comic book show, which is really cool, man. So this is the way we connected. Once you saw the name Comic Crusaders, and somebody said, "Oh, comics!" Yo, it was a wrap. All right,
that was it.
So Reno, man, just an origin story, just a little bit. You know, where you from? Where you're at? What's your fandom, bro? Are you a Marvel man? Are you a DC fan? Give us a little bit about you and how you got into comic books.
All right. Well, my family's from New York City. I was born in Queens, but I grew up mostly in Florida. And I want to say maybe about 12 or 13 years old. I'm not sure when it was, but I was in the grocery store and I saw Spiderman with a black suit, and it was just the coolest thing I ever saw because I was into ninjas and everything, and I saw, you know, Spiderman with the black suit. That's amazing. I never saw it before. I didn't know it existed.
Nice.
So I bought that, got into that, and from there.
Do you know what issue that was? Was that the Secret Wars or was that the Web of Spider-Man joint? You remember?
That was the Web of Spider-Man, and it was basically the whole Carnage Venom story that was coming that he was coming into. It wasn't like Secret Wars and none of that. It wasn't that early.
Gotcha.
It was pretty, you know, 90s.
Yeah. I definitely did love that black suit, though, my brother, because I remember, I'm showing my age, but I remember seeing that. I'm like, wow, Spidey's in a black costume, so cool. Right. And like you said, ninjas. I don't know, bro, if you remember these, but the ninja magazines from back in the day.
Yeah,
I used to buy them hardcore, bro. So it's so funny you say that, bro.
Yeah, be in the little section like ordering the weapons and all that, man. Yeah,
Ninja Stars, bro. I used to go to 42nd Street back in the day when it was the not so good 40 Deuce. And they had the martial arts stores. Yeah, man. I used to buy me swords, ninja size, ninja stars, throwing blades. I mean, they're selling this shit to 14-year-old kids.
Yeah, it was a different time back then.
It was nuts.
Way back then. Yeah,
I miss it.
Yeah, so but how did I start the channel and all that?
Yeah, man, wait. You got into the Web of Spider-Man, right? So you know,
I mean that's just what got me into comics. Right. So that's what got me into comics.
Did you stick with Marvel and kind of made your way towards the Marvel way, or did you expand your taste, you know, after that?
I mean, I didn't really have a preference at that time. It just happened to be Marvel that I was into, but at the same time, I loved Batman because that Michael Keaton Batman movie like had everybody Batman fever, and so I got into Batman, which is
every Chino in New York was selling those T-shirts on the corner. You remember?
Remember that?
Yeah. I had 2 or 3 of those T-shirts that mommy would buy me to shut me the fuck up, you know?
Oh yeah. And then Todd McFarlane did Spider-Man, and that was like phenomenal. That was like some of the best art I had ever seen.
The Todd Father, bro. That you can't beat the Todd Father.
Nah, for real. And so when I saw Spawn on the newsstand, Spawn #1, and it said Todd McFarlane, and I was like, oh man, I gotta check this out. So I got into Spawn. So I got a little Image in there. So it was like Image, DC, Marvel, but Marvel just seemed to be more my style. And I don't want to badmouth any other, you know, things or why I don't prefer DC or whatnot. It's just, to me, I like the stuff that's more gritty, more down to earth, rather
Marvel's
more.
New York, bro. Marvel's New York. They really took that nitty gritty of New York and gave us that real element there.
Right. Hell's Kitchen, Daredevil, and all that. Yeah.
I'm gonna throw in our next person here too. That has joined in late, Mr. Djtiger from FullBlast Radio. Yeah, man. So nice to have him on.
What's up, man?
Is he even hearing us right now?
Can you hear us, buddy?
I can't hear y'all. Can you hear me?
Oh,
I can hear you.
We could hear you. So just go to cam mic settings and fix that. We're just talking about the origins of Reno Noir, the 6 elements of hip hop. I love it. I love that name too, man. I want to get in. I need the origin of that name too. So, all right.
Okay, we'll get into that.
So you're loving your image, you DC and Marvel. You don't want to talk bad, but Marvel is New York.
No,
I mean, I agree with you there, 100.
Yeah, it's New York, and it's down. It's real. I don't want to say realistic, because of course it's not realistic, but it's like the heroes have problems. They're sort of underdogs, and that's really why the mutant stuff, the X-Men, is really what really has my passion. Definitely the mutant stuff, the X-Men, the whole correlation with.
Yo, when we're talking about X-Men, you talking about the Jim Lee X-Men?
Chris Claremont.
Claremont, Byrne, all that good stuff.
Yeah, Jonathan Hickman is my favorite.
On Hickman, I love them on Avengers, bro. I love Hickman on fucking Avengers, bro. He was killing Avengers, and that Avengers world and all that shit. I mean, the art, the story, everything for me was really wild.
Absolutely, yeah, and what he did with the whole Dawn of X thing recently, and
oh shit, right? Powers of X, Dawn of X,
Powers of X, yeah, that's bananas. And what he's doing with Ten of Swords, man, it's crazy. But I like the stuff that I can feel like okay, Superman, for instance, he was just infallible, he was just, you couldn't. So DC was very like superheroes, but I like the more street stuff and the reality of characters having real human problems and all of that.
I gotcha, man.
Yeah, that's why I love Marvel.
Excellent. So Djtiger here, chilling in his house. What's up, brother?
What's good, man? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great. First, I love the T-shirt, man. Heavy D and Trouble T, Roy, I'll be sure. What, Eddie? Oh my God, gee whiz, Pete. Oh my God, look at this, bro, legends.
Lover made this shirt.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Salute, Grab Lover.
Yo, a big salute. Not just to that, man, folks. This is Djtiger. You want to check him out? Tell me this looks right for you, bro. Right? FullBlast Radio on YouTube.
YouTube, yes, sir.
What's your schedule like, my brother? So people know.
Man, every day, man. I start at noon. I do a midday mix. On Mondays, Monday nights usually Monday night mixtape. We got the comic show at Reno, 6:30.
Woo!
Tuesdays is Pete Pro Premiere. Tuesdays we play the best of Pete Rock, DJ Premier, God's Professor.
Yeah, y'all fucked me up with that Prodigy joint, man. Let me tell you, man, that was near and dear in my heart, because wifey grew up 2 blocks from Queensbridge, so I was visiting her. I was getting off right across the street from Queensbridge back in the day, when all this was popping. Not the good old days, because you know what I mean. If you looked a little different, there was gonna be some beef, bro.
Yeah.
Especially, I'm a Brooklyn motherfucker going into Queens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there were moments I would tell wifey, I'm like, yo, I might have to call my friends, I think, to come pick me up, because there's some motherfuckers outside wilding out, and listen, 1-on-1, 2-on-1, I could probably handle. 3-on-1, no. Shit. But that's great, yo, Djtiger. Thanks for joining us, man. And much love to what you and FullBlast are doing and showing off Reno Noir and the love of comic books, bro. Because I saw that conversation when it came to the X-Men, what we just mentioned with the Powers of X, House of X by Jonathan Hickman, bro.
I'm hooked, man. After that book, he told me about it. I just bought the hard copy that had the whole story in there. Man, I read that. I read like the first half in like one sitting. And
nice.
The second half I read in one. I couldn't put it down.
See, that goes to show the power of good writing, man, where you just stay stuck.
Yeah.
You know, and beautiful art too, man, because you can't front. The art is undeniable in those two books.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And like
you know
you said about Hickman, the way he tells the stories, like I haven't read comics in a while. You know, even though I'm a comic fan, I just haven't, you know, the money to buy them. And so I started getting into little by little, and he told me about that one. And I'm reading it, and I know what's going on, but it's like I wasn't even lost to like what happened before it got to this. You know what I mean? Like the way he told the story, like they revamped the whole history.
Love it.
It was dope.
That's the way that you got to do it, man. This is why I'm a big fan of Ed Piskor. Have you ever heard of him, Ed Piskor? He does the Hip Hop Family Tree comic books.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
Bro, Djtiger. Oh my God.
Remember we talked about the
DJ.
Hip Hop Family Tree? We did in that one Zoom. Major Arcana had brought it up, and where they broke down like the whole, you know, birth of hip hop and all of that, and they did a comic. Yeah.
Dude.
Right.
Okay.
These books are gorgeous. And one thing I want to bring up is that, you know, they usually tend to do these a lot as free comic book days, and I think they did it several years ago, the last one. Mm-hmm. And what's crazy is that last one that they did several years ago, that shit is popping off for like 50 beans on eBay right now.
Wow.
And it was a free comic book.
Yeah.
I mean, you're like, dude, I want people to know, bro, because for real, if y'all see this, Hip Hop Family, buy it. If you could get this in a graphic novel, buy it. I mean, my man knows how to tell a story. And the reason I bring this up is because you mentioned the X-Men. He did the same thing for X-Men for Marvel. Bro, those are the fattest comic books you'll ever buy, and you're going to be stuck reading. And listen, right now you buy a comic book, real talk. I'm not trying to insult the comic book industry, but you read a comic book, it's going to take you just 15 minutes to read, if at all.
Yeah, great.
You read one of these from Ed Piskor, you're there a half hour. Wow. Minimum reading. And he did the same for Fantastic Four. Bro, please, take my suggestion. I mean, I'm going to show you some of the covers here. Right now you're going to flip. This is the issue. This is the cover to issue number 2, right? So what he does is covers eras of hip hop music, right? So in this particular cover, he covers the era of 81 through 83. Come on, man, look at that. Who's that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, man. And then, right, he also does, he keeps doing errors. These are the issues that are going to just keep coming up, right? So if you have the, again, ability to find these, because they're not going to be carried. I mean, look at this. Ice-T pulls a lid. You know what I mean? Come on now. Yeah. There's some fire stuff, man. Ed Piskor. All right, and this is the last one I'm going to have to show you here. Because these are just gorgeous books. This is the one. This is the one from 2015. I have the one from 2014. That's the one that's the monster on eBay. Yeah. But look at this gorgeous cover, bro, showing you all the early pioneers in the hip hop, man. Wow. You got Public Enemy, you got Kid and Play over here, even Public Enemy. Everybody up in this motherfucker. Slick Rick right here, you know what I mean?
Like Tupac. Yeah.
Tupac, yep, everybody. My man over here, who is this? Humpty?
Humpty, yeah, I see Humpty.
You know what I mean? Guys, bro, and everybody even listening right now, y'all into hip hop and comics. Ed Priskor's Hip Hop Family Tree is definitely the business. So, and I'm not getting paid for this.
The site called Second Sale, they got the complete book tree in order for $111. Bro,
that'll be the best $111 you ever spent in your life, bro. You know what? You don't need to buy five dubs. Forget the 5 dubs right now and get this, or forget your half-o right now and get this. Yeah. Some real shit. I'm sorry, yes, I do smoke, folks, and I'm going to just make it here clearly I do, all right? But again, this is hip-hop and comics. Again, DJ, thanks for jumping on. So we're back into the story of Reno Noir. So, you love it all across the board, right? And then one day you decided to do a show. Like, What really tickled your fancy to say, all right, let me do a show that connects hip hop and comic books?
It was a pretty specific moment. I was reading a comic called Harbinger, which is a Valiant comic title, phenomenal storyline. Valiant does some amazing stuff, by the way. So I'm reading Harbinger, and Pete Sanchek, he's spitting game to this female, but he's clowning, but he's he's saying exactly line for line a Nas rhyme from Illmatic. And it really hit me that now the creators that do comics are the same guys that were hip hop heads from the 90s. They're my age. You know, we came up, and now the adults in the world are hip hop heads. That's never happened before, because hip hop didn't exist back when, you know, the guys were making comics. So you would have never had that. But we always had so many comic references in hip hop. Now I'm starting to see hip hop references in comics. So to do something different, to do something that nobody else was doing. I know everybody had comic channels, everybody had hip hop channels, but nobody had a hip hop and comics. And they're so related and have always been since the beginning.
You're right.
It might be something there, yeah. So
I mean, look at the personas. Look at the personas in hip hop and the naming. And I mean, even with Wu-Tang, exactly. If you want to go to Wu-Tang and touch on 90s, you know, you got what does Ghostface go by?
Iron Man, Tony Stark.
What does Method Man go by?
Johnny Blaze.
You know what I mean? So we had those early references coming from these cats. And I'm like, yo, these dudes are not just hip hop heads, but these are comic nerds.
You know what I mean? Swinging through the town like your neighborhood Spiderman.
Spiderman, woo!
Crazy.
Dude, I mean, from the gang, Wu-Tang said we're nerds.
Right.
I love it.
Method Man is a comic nerd. He's got over 30,000 comics in his collection.
Yeah, God forbid I ever go to his house. I ain't leaving, bro.
I'll be there stuck there like right
yeah.
You know what? You're gonna have to go through Djtiger and Reno Noir to get us all out, bro. 3-on-1, bro. Right. Can you do it? Can you dig it?
Dig it.
Yeah, man.
I do a couple videos on hip hop references and comic book references and hip hop lyrics and stuff like that.
So let me ask you that, other than the Peter Stanchek then in this journey where you kind of been looking for that, what is, other than that, has there been any other standouts in comics and that marriage of hip hop where you're like, oh shit, they really connected here?
Well, I mean, the House of X, Powers of X stuff, I keep bringing that up, but it's just obvious in the way that they write, the way that people talk, the way they do the dialogue and stuff like that. You just know they're coming from a culture where hip hop is big in the world. God. I mean, it's just all throughout. It's just permeated and it's just, it's everywhere. And Djtiger was cool enough and interested enough that he wanted to do some live discussions on Zoom, like kind of podcasts and on his channel. And so that kind of got the ball rolling. I had already made some videos, but wasn't getting any views. Didn't know how to get my videos out and stuff like that. So
social sharing, bro. You got
looking that up.
Social sharing and hooking up with great people like Djtiger, you know what I mean? And hooking up with our wonderful community, or rather brands within the community. Yeah, man. It is what it is. Like, I'm totally independently owned. I'm not owned by larger conglomerates. So guess what? That means I have free reign and I can do whatever I want and support whoever I want. Yeah. That's why I want to bring people like Reno, Djtiger. And Djtiger, I want to thank you, for real. Because for you to be able to use your platform to show the love of comics as well and show how, you know what I mean? You could be a hip hop nerd and a comic nerd, and guess what? It's okay. It's okay. You know what I mean?
And,
so what was
most
it?
of us are. That's the thing. Most people in hip hop they like comics. Now they might not read comics, they might not be collectors, but they are into the characters. They hear about them all the time, and so maybe they want to get into it or never thought about it, but would like to get into it if they knew how and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I want to do. Is I want to help people understand how to get into comics, how easy it is, where to sort of jump on, and
I don't want to throw this out there like this, but basically what you are is you open the gates. You're not a gatekeeper. You want to open the gates and allow everybody to come in and enjoy what we have, because there's a group out there that wants to be gatekeepers and keep things on a certain level. No, that's not what comic books is about. That's not what the world is about, because we got to grow. We got to build. We got to be better. I mean, look at the changes that's happening now in the United States with what just happened, all right? So hopefully there'll be even more positive change and more of us out there. And this is why people like the Djtiger using a platform like FullBlast Radio, I mean, to also, help us shine a light on our culture and our fandom and our uniqueness. Thank you. And I want to ask you, Djtiger, like, what was it? And it really that you said, oh, I have to get a show on about this on FullBlast.
Because he told me about it, like you said earlier, you saw his video, it didn't really pick up his factor. And then I saw his video that he put out. And I'm like, yo, like the editing that he did, like as he's talking, pictures are coming in. And so it gave a visual. He wasn't just sitting there talking and you're bored hearing something like, and he got knowledge like too, so you can tell he's not just in it. I see the wall official. He got so many comics, and he knows how with the grading, putting them in order, this and that. So I was like, oh, this dude official. I was like, bro,
look at that wall. Look at that wall. God damn, bro.
Yeah. He said, we gotta pick this back up, man, because like I said, I grew up. Man, I used to ride my bike to the little convenience store. They had the rack, the spinning rack with comics. You turn them around. Man, I was buying comics, coming home with a little bunch of comics, just reading them, you know what I mean? Eating my candy in my room, you know what I mean? Like,
oh, man, the good old, bro.
You did that when you were younger, collecting comics. So,
but that's our age, younger, because our age now, if I'm saying if they were young then, like they are now, they wouldn't be doing that. They're too lazy. I mean, we would ride our bikes. We would get full of sugar. I mean, I was at a newsstand, so there was no spinner racks. I was getting a wall full of comics, and mommy was buying me, Conan the Barbarian magazines, which weren't meant for me. Yeah. But I love them covers. I say, mommy, let me get this. Oh, it's not fresh, is it? No, mom. Although you got titties and everything hanging out in these books. Right. But I love them, man. Conan. Well, it was Conan. That was one of my early starts. You know what? What made me want to read Conan? Because I saw somebody brown on the cover.
Word.
And just because it didn't happen to be Latino or black, it was some Sumerian from somewhere. God knows what nationality, but he was brown. Yeah, I saw this big diesel brown dude that was kicking ass. I said, "Yo, I'm digging this."
Related automatically.
Related automatically, and then I jumped into other things: horror, X-Men, Spiderman. But like I told Reno while we were talking in the studio, Spawn has become my number one love. I've been buying that comic book since day one at the comic shop.
No doubt.
You know what I mean?
And a lot of people don't think of Spawn as a black superhero.
They don't.
He's a black superhero.
But he's a black superhero. Although motherfuckers,
he's not put in the conversation. You're right.
And, you don't have to, because he's just a regular. He's a person.
Yeah.
Does it really matter at the end of the day what color you are? You know what I mean? You're a human being. You cut me, I cut you. We both gonna bleed red. So you know what? It's what inside that matters. Stop looking at the outside so fucking much and judging, bro. For real. Yeah. I mean, I don't normally talk like this, but this shit that just pisses me off. In our community where it's like, stop judging, man. We're just as big as fans as you are. Sometimes even bigger, and we work as hard as you.
Stuff that they could be judged on,
Yeah, man. I mean, for real. For real. I mean, even when it comes to the music, the hip hop, how much has changed, and how much more diversity there is in the music of hip hop, for example. I mean, you as a DJ see it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
different stages.
How is that ebb and flow for you, though? The ebb and flow of hip hop and how it's grown. You know what I mean? What do you think about that?
It's crazy because I don't sit and think about it until there's discussions, because I'm like living in it. I grew up with the artists I love. Like, they're my same age. EPMD, Rakim, Kane, you know what I mean? Like, they're my age, so we grew up listening to them.
Rakim, for me, that's one of the best lyricists of all time. You better stop it.
Hands down. You know what I mean? So it's dope, and it's just like you sit and think about it, like, wow. Like, it wasn't like, a lot of the maybe some R&B artists that parents grew up to, you listen to it because they listened to it in the house.
Yeah. Well, it was good,
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? You looked at them as older, but with the hip hop artists, we were all the same age. And it was like, I saw a post, they were talking about, like how these rappers, like, they say anything. They're like, well, I ain't trying to be lyrical. I'm trying to get the money. And I was like, yo, did Nas write Illmatic when he was 17? So I don't want to hear that excuse.
I bought that album the day it was released on tape, and I still have it.
So that's just what it is, man.
Yeah. Oh man, isn't that dope though? I mean, the '90s era for me of hip hop. You bring up Nas. You got Nas. You got Wu, Biggie, fucking even early Roots, Fugees. Because my man's wearing it. Let me tell you, when I brought home the Fugees tape, because back in the day I was a gangbanger. Again, open honesty, bro. You know what I mean? I was a gangbanger back in the day, and I also a big music fan. And I brought the album to my dudes in the gang. They're like, what the fuck is the Fudgies? I'm like, the Fudgies? First off is the Fugees, and y'all motherfuckers don't know. Y'all sleeping. Y'all gonna be bopping your heads in a month. I promise you.
Watch.
And what happened?
Took over.
It took over, man. Laura, everybody, you know what I mean?
It was killing it, man. When they came out, bro.
that was hip hop to me, though. You know, we grew up in such a great era of creativity in hip hop. I think.
Everyone was different and dope. That's what's crazy. Everyone was different and dope. You know.
Yes, like me, I'm from Brooklyn, so I was all about, you know what I mean, Black Moon and the Boot Camp. You know what I mean? Yo, dude, I mean, you can't beat that music from that era, or Gangstar from that era, or Group Home from that era.
Facts.
That's the golden era to me. Yeah.
It is. I mean, look at you. You have a golden background, Reno. I mean, you're talking facts.
Word up.
Yo, this is great, man. I love connecting with folks like you that are passionate about two different cultures, but we're all one culture, because this is just a fandom, bro. We're fans. That's what we all should connect as.
Well, that's why I call it the sixth element, because, you know, hip hop.
So yeah, let's get into that origin. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. What is the sixth element?
5 elements of hip hop, right? DJing, MCing, breaking, graffiti, and the fifth one, some people say fashion, some people say knowledge, some people say beatboxing. It's got to be fashion though, because it's got to be. It's got to be, because that's a huge part, right? And so the sixth element is comic books. You see?
Gotcha. Yeah, it's true, man. I mean, again, with the correlation, especially from big artists, where they kind of fashion their names after comic book characters,
right?
Or they fashion their videos in superheroics. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Grandmaster Flash.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I got to see him live like 6 years ago. Before 7 years ago, Water Taxi Beach in New York. Before that went away, I got to see one of his sets live, and it was funny to me. I was probably one of two only dark people there. Hey, if you see me, I'm not that dark anymore. I got to get in the sun, but I was like, wow, to see how hip hop has encompassed culture. That everybody here is mostly white, and this is me and my daughter and one of the cat that are just of our culture. I was like, wow. But my people were just jamming, you know? So look at that connection.
Music.
You know what I mean? It's beautiful, bro. Comics, music, everything. This is why I appreciate, this is why I needed to talk to you guys, because I just really want to spread that gospel about FullBlast Radio.
Thank you, man.
Right.
Because, and you know, again, it's music, it's hip hop, it's comic books. But what you guys are doing, I just really, again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Because you guys are really trying to bring it to the masses. You know what I mean? Me and my little corner of the Universal Comic Crusaders, I'm trying to do what I do. But to see folks like you that are also spreading it, because you guys have such a great range of connection, you know what I mean? Where you guys are spreading your message.
You want
so,
too, you know?
Yeah, so that's awesome, because, you know, every day you guys have been keeping me in my head bopping while I'm working. You know, I'm getting people like, yo, what are you listening to in the background? I've had people ask me, I'm not fucking around, for real. I'm like, yo, go to YouTube right now, FullBlast. They're doing this. It's pretty cool. Yeah. So, you know.
In fact, I gotta leave because I'm doing I got Pete Rock mix with Tony Touch.
Pete Rock, Tony Touch. Yo, please, yo, tell him Almega bought every Tony Touch album in New York in the 90s. Bro, I used to go to San Hillman Records on Graham Avenue and buy his tapes.
Dope. DJ Toka.
Yeah, DJ Tony Toca, para que tú sepa, wepa. Oh, bro, that's great, man. So thank you for supporting hip hop. Thank you for supporting comics. You know, and for you to bring a Puerto Rican DJ legend like a Tony Touch, yo, thank you, Djtiger, bro. That's awesome, bro. Not many people even know about him. I have his original releases on CD.
Dope, man. He's an icon, man.
He is an icon, but not many people know about it.
You know what I mean? The Diaz brother, you know?
Wepa. Yo, Djtiger, everybody, before he goes, I want everybody to know where you got to follow him, you know, and check him out. Yo, FullBlast Radio on YouTube. And where can they follow you socially?
On IG, FullBlast Radio, and DJ Djtiger on IG. After going there. Yeah.
Much love, my brother.
Thank you.
For real, bro.
Absolutely.
Thank you for everything you do. You keep rocking, and I'm going to keep listening, my brother. Let me tell you, bro, because you're killing it. You be smashing it. And hopefully, in April 2021, I could have you even do a set for me for the Crusader Con for good.
I'm with it.
If you down, wepa, there we go. And I want Reno too to join me on some comic book reviews on that day. So
FullBlast Radio and all that.
Wepa, let's do it, kiddo. So you have a kick-ass interview, my brother. Much love.
Thank you, man. Peace. Reno.
Salute. We'll see you later.
Later, brother. All right, great. You know, that was the one and only Djtiger from FullBlast Radio. Man, he's showing much love to my boy Reno. And please show Reno love.
FullBlast Radio tonight at 6:30.
6:30
Eastern Standard Time. 6:30.
Yeah, that's every Monday at 6:30.
Every Monday
right?
at 6:30, we do a comics and hip hop Zoomcast broadcasting like we doing now. Yeah.
This is what they do, folks. This is what I really want you to kind of understand. You know, I want to extend our family. Comic Crusaders, yeah. You know, Reno don't know me from a hole in the wall until like last week, but you know, we connect on a fandom. So to me, he's already extended family. This is what's important, bro. So let me ask you, Reno, and that wall of yours, because that shit is dope. What's your like #1 book on that wall? The one that you say, okay, this is the one book I would never sell. No matter, even if they want my soul, I'm gonna say no. What's that book on that? Ooh, those are sexy books. Yeah, you got some CGs too. Damn, he did a Spiderman on CGs. That Wolverine #1, gorgeous, bro.
Todd McFarlane, Todd McFarlane, Spider-Man's, the silver, the gold, and the original.
Nice. Check that out. What X-Men issues that, bro? That shit is gorgeous.
This is number 31, Cobalt Man. I got this Black Panther #6, first appearance of Killmonger. It's a few gems in here.
Bro. I see that New Mutants 100, the X-Force 1. Does that have the Deadpool card?
Oh yeah, I got this is the one with the card in it right here, sealed in the original bag. That's this X-Force was a different volume from that one. This was
nice. And then I see you got some Miles there. What?
And these are kind of flat on the wall, but then this is a whole. These are shelves, so these are
that's a nice setup. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, that's the whole Weapon X, the origin, you know.
So
Wolverine.
How deep are the shelves?
They go. I mean, they're about.
How many issues you got on that?
3 inches.
Wow.
It's maybe 400 or 500.
Bro, I never seen a setup like this where you actually have it, you know, with the back issues in the back. That's very nice.
Yeah, because I wanted to have a rack. Like I wanted to. I had them. I got all these books in these, you know.
These damn boxes.
The long boxes and all of that. But I can't see them. You know what I mean?
I hear you. Yo, wait a minute. Bro, stop it. Go back to that Wu-Tang. Where did you get that?
This jacket?
Yeah.
I made that.
Fire. No, stop lying.
I made that. That's a leather jacket with put the spikes on the shoulder and put the Wu-Tang on there from a T-shirt that I had. I cut it out, sewed it on.
Word, yo, my dude. I'm a Wu-Tang fan. I love it.
I made this. The man with the iron fist.
Get the fuck out! You really designed that?
Yeah. I put the spike bracelets on the arm because the iron fist guy got the spike bracelets.
Bro, man, did you send this shit to Rizzo?
Shit, I don't know how.
You better listen, take a picture on Twitter and just tag Rizzo, bro. What? Dude, look at you, the Rick and Morty. Yo, bro, I love Rick, bro.
And Morty.
Rick Sanchez. He's a Latino scientist. Come on now, Rick Sanchez. Yo, when I heard that, of course you're going to have to make a Latino scientist a fucking drunk, but whatever, bro. He kicks ass.
Yeah, I got
Jesus Christ, look at this room of yours. Why are they on the floor, bro? Are you organizing?
I was just sorting. Yeah, I'm just sorting, organizing.
I'm like, yo, that's disrespect, bro. They're on the floor.
No. They'll only be down there for like another 30 minutes till I get them all organized.
So you're a big Game of Thrones fan? Because I see that poster there too.
Yep.
I never watched Game of Thrones in my life.
No?
Not once.
Oh man, that's some of the best. That's some of the best TV production period out there.
I hear everybody tells me the same thing. I promise. Yeah. I will make time. I promise.
It's like a movie. It's like.
But I gotta get through the comic book shows. I'm still trying to get through Hellstrom. I only saw the first episode, and I didn't feel it connect to the comic book. So I was like, damn, I'm like fighting to watch that episode too.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. I haven't got past the first one either because I didn't really
feel the connection, right?
First. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's in there, but you know, sometimes they do these shows like that, and then it never does make a connection. You never know.
Yeah. Oh, let me tell you this though. Are you a fan of Stargirl on CW?
Not really.
Oh my God, it was a really cool show. They're introducing the JSA. I know you're a Marvel man, but for season 2, we're gonna get the real. Oh man, check that out. Why do you have a certificate of authenticity on that?
Because it's signed.
By whom?
Clayton Crane.
Oh shit! Word.
Yeah, it says Clayton Crane art variant.
Nice.
Yeah, they only made 1,000.
Like I was gonna say, the Dr. Midnight's actually gonna show up, the actual Dr. Midnight, not the clone or the second version of the character that we see in the show. We're gonna get the official Dr. Midnight show up, which leads me to hopefully think that we may get more OG JSA characters show up.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
That would be dope. Again, we need those type of comic shows that really touch on the fandom. Because, you know, for as much as I love the Berlanti-verse, I believe more in the Johns verse when it comes to Stargirl. Berlanti-verse is too emo for me, man. Does the Flash need to cry every episode? No. Stop it. Anyway, that's just me.
Yeah, nah, you ain't alone. That the whole social justice warrior and the whole, you know, that they putting all in the comics and stuff now, it hurts the stories, you know? Like,
you know what?
diversity is great, of course, diversity, but don't overdo it and make it absurd.
No, exactly. That's what I agree at there. And we're going to talk about that on International Comic Crusaders and how comics have kind of always been politicized. But I do find that now, and I think it's more through the advent of social media that kind of really makes you notice when something's political. You understand? Because social media, you know, meant to connect people, but it's actually been, I think, more of a divisive force than anything. And it sucks to kind of feel that way. But this is why I love networks and channels. You know, a channel like the 6 Element of Hip Hop, a channel like FullBlast Radio, a channel like Comic Crusaders. We're not going to be talking about politics. Let's talk about the fandom. Let's get away from the real world. You know what I mean? So the 6 Element of Hip Hop on Full Blast. How long is the show on Mondays?
Usually about an hour. Just, you know, we'll go over if we're really vibing and, you know, talking. You know, if it's a deep convo, we'll go over an hour sometimes.
So what's the main premise of the show on Full Blast at 6:30 on Monday, every Monday?
Hip hop, comics, just kind of. Sometimes we'll talk about current events as far as current comic events, current hip hop, what's going on. So you pick
current books to kind of keep people appraised of.
Yeah, or we'll cover, you know, books that we've read or talk about the movies, like comic movies, and or we'll go straight hip hop. Like, it's just, you never know. Like the other day we had Grap Lover, Pete Rock's brother.
Really?
On the show, showing his collection.
Oh shit! How dope is his collection? Does he have a dope collection?
You know, he's got what he had. It's cool because he's got like all the black superhero stuff.
Okay,
like,
you know what? Nothing wrong with that, because there was a time, but until I needed money, I was collecting like every single minority first appearance. Now, the only book I won't let go right now, the first appearance of Djtiger, which is the first Puerto Rican hero in Marvel.
Right.
I bought that, you know, the Master of Kung Fu. I got that. That's probably the only book. And the only other book I would not let go, I think, the first appearance of Static Shock and the first appearance of Icon and the first appearance of Hardware. Because I love Milestone. And I'm so happy that DC is going to finally use their minority universe, if you will, in comics, because everybody wants to see this. A lot of people, at least in our community, does. So you don't need to whitewash characters, because at least DC has this whole universe in the Coderverse of minority characters. OG, where you're not taking white people names. You know, again, sorry the language I'm using, but I'm just saying, for example, where somebody becomes an Iron Man or a Batman, and y'all people are going to feel all pissed off. Oh, minorities took it over. You know what? I may feel the type of way about it too, because I think that my minority.
Why do you need to ride on the back of a Why do you need to ride on the back of a white superhero? Make your own character.
Exactly. You know, you know what? And what's funny is, even with the Djtiger character, first appearance and all, right? I met a Puerto Rican creator at a New York Comic Con, and he told me this. He's like, "Yo, that's pretty cool. They have a Puerto Rican character and did it in the '70s, bro. I want you to tell me this though. When did you ever see a Djtiger in Puerto Rico?" I was like, "Oh shit, true." He goes, "Bro, we shouldn't be naming ourselves, especially shit like that. Like, if we're gonna name ourselves, it should be relative to our culture or where we're from." And I'll tell you right now, Djtiger is cool, but there are no white tigers in PR.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's an Asian thing, right?
Yeah, so whatever. I appreciate it for what it is, and I'm gonna hold on to it. But hopefully one day we'll get maybe something, because there's also, I don't know how you feel about this, and I'm not trying to get controversial, but there's a creator out there. He created a Puerto Rican character called La Borinqueña. If you see this title in a comic book, I don't think you'd be able to pronounce it, let alone want to buy it because of the title.
Right.
And that's that very same Puerto Rican creator that I spoke to about Djtiger told me the same thing about this, where he said, well, when the title sounds too ethnic, no one's going to buy it.
Right.
He goes, you show that cover to somebody that doesn't know Spanish, and can they pronounce it?
Right. And if
like,
they can, do they know what it means?
Yeah, yo, bro, at first I was so pro all these things. But when this man started getting into my brain on that level, I was like, holy shit, he's so right. We speak the language. We don't need to stay ethnic if we don't want to.
Right.
Right. So I know you have an Italian background. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want some type of Italian term to be used as the hero, right? Like Captain Guido. No,
right.
Would you like that though? Like really? No. Right?
It's not going to appeal to me. Who is it going to appeal to? I don't know.
Exactly. So things like that, I think creators need to be a little bit more aware of. All right?
Absolutely.
Where we're from, and just, and also, please, again, I appreciate Miles. I love Miles. But I love what Disney did. Kid Arachnid. Not the Black Spider-Man. I don't like that. I don't know. Just me. I don't like that.
Right.
I think he needs his own identity. Because what? You're going to call regular Spider-Man, oh, okay, that's Peter. Black Spider-Man, oh, Miles. No.
Yeah.
No, I don't want that. How do you feel about that, though, overall, in comics when they do that?
No, I agree. I don't like when they take a character that someone has known for 30 years as being one race and just changing the race, leaving the name, everything is the same, and they just change the race. Because it's obviously what you're doing, and it's not.
They're doing it for the political agenda and not just for if you need to do it.
Right, and it's so obvious, and it takes away from the story, and people love this character for who they are. It's not like, oh, I'm mad because he's not white. I don't like because that's not who I know. That's not the character I know.
Exactly. So, and if you're gonna put somebody else in that,
you want to give me ethnic characters, give us an ethnic character from jump, like from the ground up, make it ethnic. The only one I think I never had a problem with, I didn't feel no type of way about was Nick Fury. For some reason, the black Nick Fury.
They kind of explained that was his son. You know what I mean? So he could be a Nick Fury Jr. and who cares? That's fine.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? Obviously, Nick likes all colors. So good for you, Nick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But he a man of the world. So you know what I mean? Beautiful women regardless of race. That's fantastic.
Absolutely. Yeah. My wife, I've been married 21 years. She's black. I'm Italian.
21? Congrats, bro.
Since 1999, yeah.
Really? And me since 95.
Word.
So she's Puerto Rican, Dominican. She's Puerto Rican, Dominican, Lebanese.
Oh.
Yeah, yo. So she got a little bit of everything. She got that Caribbean flavor with a little bit of that Middle East,
Right.
So I don't want to piss her off because she'll blow me up. You feel me? I love my shout out to my queen, man, for real. So with that, bro, this has been a great chat, man. I know you got to get ready for your show tonight because again, what you guys do is fantastic. I appreciate what you do, Reno. It's really important, I think, for us in the community to understand, like, you could love hip hop, you could love comics, you could love any type of music. Does it really fucking matter? You know what I mean? We connect on this fandom, on this geekdom, bro.
Right.
And again, when you met the man calling himself Johnny Blaze and Ghostface saying that he Tony Stark's the Iron Man, I mean, and made legendary albums at that.
I mean, is Method Man a nerd? Is he a geek? Like y'all, you probably think he's one of the coolest dudes on the planet. He's a comic book nerd. Yeah. But people need to realize, like, it's not for nerds. Like, this ain't no corny. You know what I mean? Like, everybody in hip hop loves comics. Yeah. Like I was telling you, Grab Lover, Pete Rock's brother, he's got that little collection, but apparently his brother Pete Rock has a insane collection.
Oh shit, really?
Oh yeah, like he's a major collector.
Oh
so
man,
a lot of your favorite rappers and producers, they have giant comic book collections.
Well, who would have ever thought that what was it, Nick Cage? Apparently, we never knew he was a comic book collector until Lisa Marie Presley divorced him and took his shit. She took all his shit. So, guys, if you have a comic book collection, please do a prenup.
Prenup for the collection.
Exactly, just for the collection. Fuck the money.
She won't be mad. She don't want those anyway.
She don't want those. She wants your money, but at least protect your collection, bro. Please, yo. Let me tell you, because, you know, I'm an asshole. I haven't done that yet. But you know what? I think I'm going to sell them all right now. Fuck. So with that, bro, Reno, other than just checking you out, right, at, the sixth element of hip hop on YouTube, you know what I mean? And on FullBlast Radio, where else can we follow you?
Right now, that's about it. I mean, I'm on IG. I think my name is Reno Noir 360.
Okay.
Separated.
You gotta sell yourself, Reno, man. Open up sixth element of hip hop everywhere.
Word. I just started. I just got into this. You know, you're one of my major connections right now, so I'm excited to link with you. And
I'm excited, bro, because of your energy. You're down with FullBlast, and you're not afraid, bro. You ain't shy, bro, to show off that fandom. You know what? That's what we need in the world. Cats like you that want to say, "Oh, yeah, I love hip hop. Hip hop is hard, but guess what? I'm a geek too."
Word up.
What? You know, at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
If you see my collection, I mean, I had a much larger collection back in the day, but I still have a decent collection. So, you know what I mean? Hopefully we'll get to collect even more in the future. That is my whole point for this, brother. You know, in family. I want you guys to connect to FullBlast. I want you guys to collect the sixth element, because for me, as of right now, these are extended Comic Crusaders family. So, you know what I mean? That's spreading the gospel of the greatness of our culture. You know what I mean? Just not just in the comic book side, but also in music. I know that a lot of people that listen to us are also hip hop fans, you know, and music fans. So, you know, let's celebrate this culture to the best of our ability and in the most positive fashion possible as well.
Absolutely.
This is why I connected with him as well, with Reno. When he talks comics, there's no negativity in it, bro. It's like so much love and positivity that you want to go call your shop after the show and be like, yo, can you pull these for me?
That's my intention. That's what I want.
You know what, bro? And your intention is fulfilled because you're doing a great job. So again, from the bottom of my heart, the Comic Crusaders family and just comicdom, you know, thank you to FullBlast, Djtiger for what you guys are doing and sharing our culture as a whole. You know what I mean? It means a lot. It really does. And people don't really understand this maybe, but it's really key to so many of us to be able to have all this blend and get married. Like, yo, you know what I mean? It makes us that much more vested. If you will. So with that, make sure at the bottom of the screen you see it. Reno Noir is on YouTube. I want you to look up
Sixth Element of Hip Hop. Sixth Element of Hip Hop. That's the name of the channel.
Look it up.
Sub, share the videos. Help us
like, and sub. And sub. I want to see his subscribership go up after this podcast, after this vidcast. Show the love. And actually, I'm going to share all the links at the bottom. So all you're going to have to do, folks, just scroll to the bottom. Okay? See how simple? And you're going to click the link. It's going to take you straight to his channel and just hit sub. All right? And show the love, man. And let him know the Comic Crusaders sent you his way. All right? So with that, I'm Al Mega with Reno Noir from the sixth element of hip-hop. Woo! So with that, I'm out. Please make sure to follow us at comiccrusaders.com, undercovercapes.com. And again, my extended family on YouTube, Sixth Element of Hip Hop. Hasta la próxima, para que tú sepa, wepa, I'm Al Mega, baby. I'm out. Later, guys.